This is Jenna coming to you just with a little bit of information about the actual offer process and how this is all going to work as we go through this together. So I had somebody ask me the other day, how long does it normally take for a buyer when they start actually looking and between the time that they close? And the answer that I had was generally 60 to 90 days. There's going to be a little bit that kind of goes into how long it's going to take, and it's definitely how motivated you are to get into a house and what type of search criteria you have. If you have a little bit more limiting search criteria, it might take a little bit longer, but 60 to 90 days is generally how long it's going to take. Another question I get asked a lot is how many houses is a normal amount of houses to look at before you go, you put down an offer and actually get one? The answer is as many as it takes. So I would say at least we're going to look at probably 15 to 20. And this is going to also be, you might even find the first 5 that we look at, you might find one that you really love, and we put down an offer, but it doesn't mean that we're going to get it accepted. So you just kind of have to keep looking until you try. I hate the HDTV mentality where we all think we only look at 3 houses and you get to pick one. That's just, it's so not realistic to how it normally is. So generally, I don't know, 15 to 20. If it takes more, it takes more. And it just depends on what the market is doing. And so the other question I get asked a lot is, from the time that I put an offer down to the time that we know that we got the house, how long does that usually take? And the answer to that is it really depends on the seller. If you love a house that is really well priced and it's very updated, there's a very good chance that there's probably about 25 other buyers that are looking at that same one. If we end up going into a situation where more than one offer is submitted before they've made a decision, then it could take a little bit longer. It just kind of depends on the seller. There's a lot of patience that's involved with buying a house, and this is going to be one of those things where sometimes we just kind of have to wait and see how it's all going to play out. But I'm here for you. So just know that the process, once you start, it can be a little disheartening when you kind of start it to see how much it sometimes can take to find something, and then how long it can take sometimes to get something under contract. It's very normal to have those feelings, and I just want you to know that that does not mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that that's just the process, and it happens with every single buyer. So that's it for right now. If you have any questions about the home buying process, please let me know. And